Hi, I hope you're well. It's the 6th of January. It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm just heading to the shops to buy some alcohol. And as I went to sit in the car, I was like, oh crap, I haven't filmed my video yet, because now I'm just in the habit of filming it while I'm driving. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm going out to karaoke tonight with my friend Nikki and some of our other friends because she's moving to Canada. So I'm getting some vodka to put in a wine bottle to take it to BYO. And today has been a really interesting day. I haven't really spoken to anyone yet today except Marina really briefly, so I feel like it's just been me in my head. But yesterday I was just really struggling with my online course, writing my new online course, Get Out of Your Own Way, which isn't a new course, but I'm completely redoing the content. And the first day I was writing it just felt so motivated. Then yesterday it was kind of like finishing it up, and I just sort of mentally freaked and was like, oh my god, no one's ever going to want to get this course, it's not going to work, all this is shit, why am I doing this? Like all the self-doubt that I knew would come up at some point, because that's just what happens when you're going to put yourself out there. Your brain's like, no, just stay comfortable. Why should we put this out when we can just stay comfortable where we are? So that all came up, and even though, like, thanks to all the personal development work I do and self-coaching scholars, I knew that like there wasn't a problem with my course or anything like that, that it was just my mind and just totally a normal part of the process, but it still feels like absolute shit. So yesterday I was like, what should I do? I don't know what I'm going to do about it. How am I going to make it good? I'm not going to be able to make it good. And then this morning I went to the gym. It's a Saturday. I went to the gym. Like, it kind of feels like a normal day for me, except I don't work tonight. And did all my usual morning routine, meditated, all of that. Wow, it's so bright. And I took an extra 45 minutes to do my self-coaching stuff, because I just knew that there wouldn't be much point working until I could get my mindset straight, and that I just needed to do the mind work to look at my thoughts and redirect them to somewhere more helpful. And through doing that, I really could just see that it was fully just my brain freaking out. None of those thoughts that I was having are logical, and that like I still have this habit or this tendency to want to, and it's so ironic because this is what the whole course is about, but I want to look smart. And that means that I just try to do less so that I always look smart, so I never have an opportunity not to. And I just have to be willing to put this course out and have no one buy it. Like, it's just so ironic when it's the marketing that gets people to buy the course, but I obviously don't want people to get into the course and be like, oh my god, this is a pile of shit. And if I believe it's a pile of shit, I'm not going to do a good job of marketing it because I don't believe in it. But I just need to be willing to put it out and have it fail, instead of trying to protect myself by failing ahead of time. So I'm so glad that I could just, like, that's been a pattern of behavior, me being like, oh, stop. And if I didn't have my 3-month of to-do list in my calendar, I for sure would have procrastinated out and done all of this. But I had such a clear plan that I need to get my course finished by a certain date. I have certain times allocated to do it, and I'm committed to doing that. And all this self-doubt is not an option. If I was my employee and they're like, oh, I'm just not sure, I'll be like, I don't care, you need to produce this course. I don't care what you think about it. Like, do you know what I mean? So I just pulled myself out of that, and then I started from the top, rewrote the whole course, started at 10:30. I was like, I'm going to finish at 4. Nikki's picking me up at 5:30, so I'll finish at 4. I'll have time to go to the shops, get the drinks, get dressed. Literally 4 o'clock on the dot, I wrote the last word, and I was like, it was the best feeling. And I'm so proud of myself for getting through it. And I think the reason yesterday I've been having all those thoughts because it wasn't really 100% clear what I was trying to teach. So today I made the welcome, I really framed it that I am trying to make the course concise, which is challenging because in my mind there's the belief that a short course isn't valuable, when in reality it's more valuable than a long and complicated course if it teaches you the same stuff in a shorter period of time. But just framing it in like, this is as concise as possible, and then writing in a way so it's as concise as possible. I cut a whole lot of stuff out that was repetitive. You guys are smart. You can, like, there'll be supportive things as well. So I really just wanted to make sure that like everything in it is simple, which doesn't mean that it's easy, but it really is quite simple. And I'm really proud of it. And yeah, I'm so proud of myself for pushing through with the writing, because the other thing I did, which is something Brooke recommends, so is thinking about yourself. So for me, at the end of the year when I've achieved my impossible goal, and creating this course is a step on that ladder, and thinking, like, asking your future self how you achieve that. So I was like writing as my future self and being like, oh my god, imagine if you'd actually given up on the 6th of January, like, so glad you did. Like, just kind of, I guess it's kind of like a pep talk, but it's from your future self that's already done it. And this whole idea of like, if I knew for sure that by the end of the year I will achieve my impossible goal, I wouldn't give up. Like, I would be like, oh well, you know, I just have to keep going. Like, if I had a crystal ball and went into the future and saw that I achieved my goal, I just literally wouldn't give up. So yeah, I did all of that, and I was like, okay, let's get to it. I was so focused, and yeah, I'm just so glad. And now I feel like my plans are back on track. I'd originally planned to have this course be audio with some slides, but I feel like it's actually going to work better in writing, because I don't know, I might change it at some point, but after creating, I'm like, I feel like for me it'd be helpful to just like, it's kind of the sort of thing you might have to go back and reread. So I had allocated time to record the audio, so I'll have now that spare time to do something else, and I've got my calendar stuff so I can just move everything forward or do something else. But yeah, it's just been, actually I don't want to go there. It's just been a roller coaster of a day, well, a roller coaster morning. And at the gym I was like, I need some wisdom in my ears. So when I was doing my workout, I listened to 2 episodes from Brooke. The first was Quitting Slows You Down. It's so funny when you know a podcast so well that I'm literally like, okay, I need this episode and this episode. Anyway, Quitting Slows You Down. And then there was one right after it, which I just happened to listen to, which is also very related. I can't actually remember what it's called. And yeah, so I listened to that, went home and did my personal development work, and yeah, then got to it. It was so interesting, I found myself wanting to procrastinate with the personal development stuff. It's like, I just need to listen to one more inspiring thing to like get myself in the mood to do it. And then I was like, no, like, that's not a reason. And I stopped myself and it's like, okay, I'm gonna get started now. Got started now, everything was great. But it is so easy to procrastinate with personal development and to be like, oh, I just need to. And actually, I was like, in the course, Self-Coaching Scholars, there's an Ask Brooke section. was like, I know there's going to be something exactly that is fitting my situation right now, and I just need to read it, because there always is, because everyone's kind of dealing with the same thing. And I went on, there was something I read that was like, bam, that's it. And yeah, it was really good. So that's what I've done today. I have no idea what I'm going to wear tonight. I feel like a pale blob, but that's fine, you know? It's alright. Oh, no, you can't see me. But anyway, that's all I really have to share. But the other thing that got me through was knowing with my planning that when I felt the most resistance was right before I actually had the breakthrough. So I was kind of just like, I hope that happens, like, not hoping, but believing that would happen again, and it did. But yeah, with the planning, I was like, oh, there's no way I could ever do this. And then when I was like, right, I just have to be willing to do this and have it fail, that I could do it. And exactly the same thing happened with this. I was like, as soon as I realized it was me being scared to fail that was stopping me, I was like, it's fine. I'm willing to put this out and have it fail. And then I just got to work. So if you're in a similar mindset, that thought can help. But yeah, I'm going to go get my booze and have a good night. And tomorrow's my day off blogging. I'm just going to be planning my week, like reviewing my iCal and making sure everything's good for the week ahead. And then having a day off, and it's kind of sad. I feel like, what am I going to do with a day off? I'd rather work. But there's a reason I've forced myself a day off every week. I need to have a life outside of work, and I need to just relax and rest. And I know that if I work tomorrow on blogging, not that I'd really do anything on Mondays because I work a long day on Monday, but if I did work tomorrow, then it kind of just makes me less productive throughout the week. So yeah, that's it. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.